In Peru, the presidential runoff there is still being counted. The votes are still being counted, but it does look like the center-right economist Pablo Kuczynski does have a narrow but steady lead with close to 90% of the votes already in. Now, his rival Keiko Fujimori is trailing after being ahead in the polls just days ago. Fujimori, of course, is the daughter of jailed former authoritarian leader Alberto Fujimori. Well, for more now on the election in Peru, let's bring in South America specialist Natalia Sobrevilla. Thank you for speaking to us. Keiko Fujimori won the first round. She was leading in the polls just a few days ago. How did Pablo Kuczynski turn it around to where it looks like he may now just have won?
The anti-Fujimorista vote in Peru is very strong. It was always, and 50% of people in Peru said they would never vote for Keiko Fujimori. So everyone on the left who initially thought that they did not want to have the right-wing economist thought again and thought that they'd rather have him than have Keiko Fujimori be elected. And that was what really clinched the election for him.
Now, Kuczynski actually endorsed Fujimori in her first presidential bid 5 years ago. How did their relationship change?
Well, they are now rivals, so he had to make himself distance from her and to ensure that he gets the vote from the left, because that was the only way he was going to win. The left know very well that he is not necessarily, their ally, but that he will at least not be Fujimori, and that anything except Fujimori is better.
All right. Stay with us there a bit, Natalia. We seem to be losing you, but we'll try and carry on. Many of Keiko Fujimori's supporters have been based in rural areas of Peru. Talk us through a bit her base and why they may have shifted.
The shift has not been that great. She still controls all the rural vote in the north of the country and some parts of the Amazon areas. But the south of the country has never voted for Fujimori. It never did in the 1990s. It never did from 2000 onwards. And it has always been very left-leaning. The reason why Fujimori is not liked there is because of the policies that her father implemented in the 1990s. And all the people in the south, up to 70% in some areas of Cusco and Ayacucho and the rural areas, are voting against Fujimori and for Pablo Kuczynski.
What are going to be the biggest challenges for the new president of Peru, whoever that may be?
Well, the challenge will be much greater for Kuczynski because he is going to have to govern with a Congress that is completely controlled by the Fujimoristas in any case. They have 70 of the 130 representatives in Congress, so they will be in charge of the the legislative power. So that will be very difficult for him to work. If she were to be elected, it would be much easier for her to govern because of the control that she has of Congress.
All right, Natalia, thank you so much for your time. This is Natalia Sobrevilla speaking to us there from Canterbury in England.